While the public is transfixed by the daily fluctuations of the stock market, a silent exodus is occurring. The 1% aren't just adjusting their portfolios, they are moving their entire family's legacies into positions the average investor can't even see. This isn't about the next quarter, it's about the next century. Today, we peel back the curtain on the elite maneuvers happening in the shadows. Wealth at this level operates on a different frequency. It's not about chasing 10% gains, it's about systemic survival and the preservation of power. The moves being made right now are a calculated response to a fundamental shift in the global financial order that has remained unchanged for 40 years. The prepared are already moving. The first major move is the massive shift away from traditional banking relationships. The elite are increasingly moving their capital into family offices, private, closed entities that manage assets with the secrecy, legal protection, and precision of a sovereign nation. By doing this, they gain total control over their liquidity and, more importantly, their absolute privacy in an era of total digital surveillance. In a world where every transaction is tracked and every asset is a potential target for seizure or taxation, privacy has become the ultimate luxury. These private offices allow the 1% to operate outside the prying eyes of the public and the volatility of retail sentiment. They are building fortresses around their capital, ensuring that no matter what happens to the global system, their dynastic wealth remains intact. A less discussed but equally significant move is the surge into fine art and ultra-rare collectibles. For the 1%, a canvas isn't just an aesthetic choice. It's a highly portable, non-inflationary asset that exists outside of the digital financial grid. It is wealth that can be created and moved across a border in hours, holding millions of dollars in value within a single physical object. The blue-chip art market has consistently outperformed traditional indices during periods of high inflation. By diversifying into assets with zero counterparty risk, the elite are ensuring that even if the currency system fails, their net worth remains tangible. This is the ultimate hedge against the delete button of the digital banking system. Wealth you can see, touch, and transport. Next, look at what they are actually buying. It isn't paper and it isn't digital promises. It's critical infrastructure. They are quietly acquiring the very things that society cannot function without: energy grids, private water rights, and vast tracts of fertile agricultural land. When the digital system faces a reset, the person who owns the physical resource is the only one who holds true power. We are witnessing the refeudalization of the global economy. The elite are moving from being passive investors to being the actual landlords of human necessity. By owning the energy and the food supply, they ensure a perpetual flow of capital that is independent of currency value. It's a move back to the basics, but with 21st century scale and technology. This is the ultimate hedge against a systemic collapse. The elite are also diversifying their own physical presence. The rise of golden visas and citizenship by investment programs has reached an all-time high. They are securing second and third residencies in neutral, stable jurisdictions. This isn't just a travel luxury, it's a strategic exit plan. They are positioning themselves to move as fast as their capital, ensuring they are never trapped by the political or economic failures of a single nation. In a time of global chaos, mobility is sovereignty. By holding multiple citizenships, they can legally and physically pivot their entire existence away from high-risk zones within 24 hours. They are not just hedging their money, they are hedging their freedom. This jurisdictional arbitrage is the final layer of the 1%'s defensive wall. They are citizens of the world, but residents of the safest haven. Capital is fleeing high-tax, high-regulation jurisdictions at a record pace. Singapore, Dubai, and Zurich have become the new vaults of the world. The elite are positioning themselves where the rule of law is most favorable to capital preservation. They are buying physical gold in quantities not seen in decades, moving from digital IOUs to tangible certainty. they are also hedging with decentralized assets, creating an off-grid financial life that no central bank can freeze. They are prepared for the volatility because they have already built their own life rafts. They aren't waiting for the storm to pass. They are learning to control the rain. To understand the full picture, you must follow the path of the offshore trust. These sophisticated legal structures are the invisible walls protecting dynastic wealth from inflation and social unrest. While the middle class is squeezed by rising costs and debt, the elite use these vehicles to maintain anonymity and move assets across borders instantly. It is a legal and financial fortress that keeps their capital safe, mobile, and growing, regardless of the local economic climate. The newest frontier of wealth transfer is technological. The 1% are using advanced AI models to siphon productivity and identify market inefficiencies before anyone else. Data is the new oil, and the elite own the refineries. They are building a new aristocracy where the primary currencies are processing power and energy. By the time the average investor sees a trend, the AI models have already extracted the majority of the value. Efficiency is the new gatekeeper of wealth. Finally, they are investing in high-end, self-sustaining citadels. These aren't just homes, they are secure nodes of power equipped with independent energy, security, and communication. They are moving away from the chaos of globalism into localized fortresses of stability. This is the final stage of the exodus, physical and financial separation from a system they no longer trust. The 1% are ready for the reset. They have the map, the resources, and the location secured. The only question remains, what is your plan? The wealth transfer is happening right now, quietly but decisively. You can either be a spectator of your own erosion, or you can start thinking like a custodian of your future. I am the Investor Eye. We are building a community of the prepared. If you want to stay ahead of the elite moves, subscribe now and join the discussion below. Stay sharp, stay informed, and stay profitable. Until next time.